Hi, tamers, trainers, domesticators, and welcome back to Vox Syreni Unboxing. Sorry, it has been a couple of days since these released, and I know I've just been so busy, but here we are, let's get into it, and we're gonna start with the Ragnaloard starter deck. I already removed one of the stickers earlier, because I started recording and I made a mistake, so I had to start over. But that's not a big deal because I only got through one sticker. And now I'm wondering why I didn't just remove all the stickers before starting the recording, because they're kind of like hard to get off, but it's fine, we'll get into it. Oh, no. Oh, that happens so rarely with these stickers. They're so well made, and it kind of sucks when that happens. Oh well, can't be undone. Let's move. Okay, I am just being extra violent today, apparently, damaging the box all over. I feel bad about that, sorry. I like keeping my boxes in as good a condition as I can because they kind of look cool, and you know, I like having them around, so that's too bad. Something immediately upon noticing, or immediately upon opening, not noticing because my boyfriend also opened a couple of star decks the other day, so I already knew this. But look at this, not plastic, it's cardboard, and it's kind of awesome. You know, it's like, I also think this can like be reused as deck box potentially. I don't know, but this is just so environmentally friendly, and I love it. Then there's this, the new promo cards, which are alternate art reprints of old Tamer cards. First of all, making them more accessible. There was a foil, which is kind of cool, but they're making them more accessible, which is good for new players. But also giving us the an alternative art version of cards that did not get an alternative art in the English version the first time around, like these two. I don't know if that's true for all of them. I know it's true for these two because they came in the 1.5 and 2, the 1.0 and 1.5 booster. I don't remember which ones. There weren't space in those for all of the Tamer's alternative art, so some of them went without. Now we have some. That's cool. That's awesome. I love it. So yeah, this is a good start to the unboxing. Moving into the actual Ragnaloardmon deck, starting with Shoutmon, a black Digimon card with the inherited once per turn. When you play another Digimon with Legend Arms in its trait by effect, gain 1 memory. Not bad. Legend Arms is like the type that is like common for all of the Ragnaloardmon support. And Ragnaloardmon is like a red-black deck. Superman! On play, place this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's black or has Legend Arms in its trait as its bottom Digivolution card. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Digimon card with Legend Arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 and less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. Add the rest to your hand. So like, when you play Superman, if you have a different Digimon that is like Legend Arms or is black, you can like add this one as a Digivolution. And well, I just read the thing. I don't know why I'm explaining it. But that's kind of cool that you can just kind of play it and then replace it with a different Digimon. But also like because you get to put it directly into you don't just sacrifice, it goes into like the Digivolution part. That means they get the inherited. When attacking, if you have a Digimon that's black or has Legend Arms in its traits, which would be anything that would qualify for the effect in the first place, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Oh, that's aggressive. Look out all the rookies and some of the weaker level 4s. Okay. Super Egamon, the evolution of Superman, in the level 4. On play, by placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that has black Legend Arms trait on its bottom Digivolution card, leave one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP less. Interesting. So that's going to be the gimmick for this deck, that they're all going to be putting themselves underneath for the inherited. When attacking, if you have a Digimon that's black or has Legend Arms in the trait and play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. A lot of deletion. I love this. It's very aggressive, huh? Duraman! During your turn, when this Digimon would digivolve into a card in your hand that's black or has Legend Arms in its traits, Reduce the devolution cost by 1. Not bad. Inherited during the end of the turn, you may DNA digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card from your hand for its devolution cost. We've seen this effect before with other DNA Digivolution based Digimon. It's decent. It's good to like make something big at the end of your turn. Durandamon! Woo! Can evolve from both black and red. Cool. Once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP and security attack plus 1. Again, with all of the aggression. Also, this is a foil. Nice. Durandamon's inherited is your turn while this Digimon is Ragnaloardmon being a level 7. It doesn't activate security effects on option card checks. Did I read that right? Does this thing say it can like ignore the opponent's security? God. That's nasty. That's nasty, to be honest. And here's Ragnaloardmon. Black-red DNA Digivolution from 2 level 6, Durandamonn being one half, and the other half being down here as Lutramon. Well, you don't have to use those two, but those are the two are like the canon ones. When de-evolving, it gets splits, which means it's allowed to attack, even though it even though your turn is about to end, it is allowed to attack. When DNA de-evolving, for every 4 cards in this Digimon's de-evolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 20 or less. That's basically anything. I can't think of anything that has more play cost than that. Maybe the D-Reaper? Okay, and trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. That's wild. All turns once per turn, when a card is removed from a player's security stack, unsuspend this Digimon. This thing is nasty. For something that came out of starter deck, this thing is nasty. A Kotamon! That's generally just awesome seeing Kotamon, even though it's like vanilla. Chikurimon! With the players can't reduce play costs effect. Ludomon! The rookie for the other half of this deck. Unplay by placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that are red or has legend arms in its traits. So like, yeah, you could, yeah, this is gonna be the deck's thing. You may reveal the top card of your deck. You may play one Digimon card with legend arms in its trait, which costs 7 less. So that's the exact same effect as the red one, but I take the inherited is different. While you have a Digimon that's red or has legend arms in its trait in play, this Digimon gains blocker. Yeah, different effect. So I guess the red ones are for destruction and the black ones are for blocking, which makes sense with the playstyles of the colors. Gladiamon, also vanilla. Tier Ludomon. Interesting. So this also has the unplay, put it underneath legend arms, and it also comes with the and then that thing gets reboot, which lets it unsuspend during your opponent's unsuspend phase, which is great if it has blocker. And it will have blocker because it will undoubtedly be legend arms or be a red card. And that's like the inherited, it gives a blocker. Awesome. And Nightmon and red-black Nightmon. Not much to say about that, it's red and black. Right here, Ludomon, the ultimate form of the Ludomon line. Opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be deleted by opponent's effect, that's pretty cool. End turn, you may DNA digivolve this one. Okay, so it's like the black version of the other one. Priviludramon. Once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, your opponent's effect can't delete this Digimon or return it to its owner's hand or deck until the end of their turn. Okay, that's nasty. That's nasty. When Digimon revealed the top 3 cards of your deck, you may play one Digimon card with legend arms in its trait and play cost of 7 or less among them without paying its memory cost. So like you can use this one to fetch like this one and then put it under to then activate this one's effect, then it gets that's some cool synergy right there. That's some cool synergy. While this Digimon is Ragnaloardmon, it isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. Oh, that inherited is nasty. That brings us to Direct Smasher. While you have a Legends arm in play, you can use this card regardless of color. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Oof, that's nasty. Legend Arms Alliance. You may play one Digimon card with Legend Arms in its trait and play a cost 7 or less in your hand without paying its memory cost. Then place this card into a battle arena. Then it has the delay, reveal the top 4 cards of the deck, place those cards on top or bottom of the deck in any order. Again, really good synergy with the rest of the deck. Security, you may play one Digimon card with Legend's Arm in its trait and a play cost of 7 or less in your hand without paying its cost. Then place this card in the battle area. Here we have the rules and the, what's it called? The turn counter. Looking awesome. So yeah, that's a red-black deck, which the other deck here is red and white. This is the first time we ever gotten like two, what's called? This is the first time we ever gotten like two red decks at the same time, and I don't really like that. That could bode bad for future star decks if they're like, because red is the popular color. Don't get me wrong. It's like where Agumon is and all the red main characters are. So I can see why it might be a popular color. But if all the entry points are also red, I could see that affecting variety in playstyles, and that would sadden me. Like, how do I put it? Like, of course, certain types of people will gravitate towards certain types of decks regardless. But when the marketing is like focusing on the red color, it ends up attracting a certain type of player, or you end up creating a certain type of player because they end up being like, hey, this is how red works. I guess I like that, and then they'll end up playing red. Basically, essentially, when the only entry points starts being red, you're gonna put the game in a position where it will create more red players, essentially. And nothing wrong with red players, just saying that I would like variety in any card game. I have the same kind of frustration with Cardfight Vanguard when they release like their 5th Royal Paladin starter deck. Variety is just key, you know? Also, this box is also pretty nice. Gonna move in here, and we have more of these tamers. And boop, Gurimon. While you have 2 or more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. That's not an awful effect. Canthmon, vanilla. Shoutmon can't reduce play costs. Hugmon. When you play a Digimon with Sistermon in its name, gain 1 memory. And inherited all turns while this Digimon has Hugmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits, it gets plus 1000 DP. Nice. Mirrormon, vanilla. Bao Hugmon. While this Digimon has Hugmon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait, gets plus 1000 DP. So the inherited here are relatively simple. They're all like just plus power if you can meet condition. Skull Mirrormon, vanilla. Savior Hugmon. When digivolving, this Digimon may also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon for the turn. Okay, that's kind of nasty. Inherited when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Royal Knight in its traits, you may play 1 Digimon card with Sistermon in its name from your hand or trash without paying its cost. That could be useful. Volcanomon, black and red. It has blocker, and then it has security plus 1 as its inherent. That's actually a pretty strong blocker, honestly. And here comes the boss card of the deck, Jesmon. Blitz. It has Blitz when digivolving, and when attacking, you may play 1 Digimon with Sistermon in its name from your hand without paying its memory cost. During your turn, once per turn, when you play another Digimon, by an effect, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP and gains security plus 1. Nice. And here comes Gankumon, the mentor of Jesmon. I just noticed, because Volcamon is red and black, Gankumon kind of works into that. Can be evolved from Volcanomon. Not. That's a pretty neat choice. Oh, Gankumon can evolve from red. Never mind. When Digivolving, you may play one Hawkmon or one Digimon card with Systemon in its name from trash without paying its money cost. Once per turn, when you play another Digimon by an effect, Digivolve up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon. Cool. Systemon Blanc. On play, trashing one card in your hand, draw 2 cards. All turns, while you have a Digimon with Hackmon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait, this Digimon gets Decoy. Okay. And Systemon Noir. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Hackmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits from among them to your hand, trash the rest. So it's the Searcher, nice. All turns, all your Digimon with Hackmon in their name and Royal Knight in their traits gain reboot. Ours Generics. One of your Digimon gets positive from DP for the turn, then if you have a Digimon with Hackmon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait, gain 1 memory, and one of your Digimon gains piercing for the turn. Nice, nice, nice. From Master to Disciple. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Hackmon or Systemon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits among them to your hand, trash the rest. Then place this card in your battle area. Delete. The next time one of your Digimon would Digivolve this turn, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Oh, that's pretty cool. Security, reveal 3 cards from the top of the deck, add 1 card with Hackmon Systemon in its name or Royal Knight from among your hand, and then place the card in battle area. Quake, Blast, Fire, Father! This is the, what's it called? This is like the signature move of Gankumon. While you have Digimon with Hackmon or Systemon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait and play, you may use this card without means color requirements. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 13 less. Ouch! That's ouch! And here we have the Hackmon Jesmon, what's it called? Memory thing. I guess both decks are red-black, so it kind of counts like if we had a black and a red deck, so maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Last time we got starter decks, we did get a green-blue and a purple-yellow one. So I guess that concern of mine from earlier might have been stated too early. It's one of those things where often if I get a concern, it's not necessarily that it's actually a problem yet, as much as it's just me who's like, oh, if they keep doing this, it could become a problem. I might be worried over nothing. I often am. But it doesn't hurt saying it out loud, you know? Saying this could potentially worry me, you know? I don't think it hurts anyone. Let's start with the promo pack here. A 25th special memorial pack with 3 cards inside them. I'm very curious about the memorial pack. What is in here is Booster 8 Metal Greymon, alternate art. Promo 18 Devimon, ooh, and that one looks fancy. And Booster 3 Airdramon reprint. That's nice. I like all these. Okay. Moving into the big part. Like, moving into the main thing. Can I get in here? My nails aren't as sharp as they used to be. And it also feels like the plastic in these boxes are like a lot. There we go. There we go. Okay. Moving all of this in here, and cross encounter. First off, the box topper. We got Taikikudo, the tamer. alternate art. Unplay, reveal top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Cross Heart in its trait among them to your hand. And place 1 Digimon card with Cross Heart in its trait among them under this tamer. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. When you would play 1 Digimon with Digicross requirement by suspending this tamer, you may place cards from under your tamer as Digivolution cards for the Digicross. Nice. I kind of like that mechanic. And a special entry pack. Let's see. I didn't expect more box topper stuff, but here we are. Let's get in here. Okay. So like, Gamamon! Promo 65. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 less DP. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 DP or less as inherited on attacking. And Lavo Guritamon booster 2 alternative art. Cool. Now let's dig into the main event, shall we? Cross encounter, first booster. So I wonder what I'm gonna get today. Although you never really know, do you? Okay. It's like Cross 5 that is on the cover. Possibly. Ooh, we already got some cool stuff right off the bat. I know it's just a common. I know we would get it, but it's Ballistamon. Come on. Digivolve 2 from level 3 with Cross Heart in its trait. Opponent's turn, while you have another Digimon or Tamer with Cross Heart in its trait, play this Digimon. Not play this Digimon in its trait and play. This Digimon gains Blocker. And on deletion it has save. You may place this card under one of your Tamers. Nice. Your turn, while this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, it gains Piercing. Okay. Clearly meant to combo into the many Shoutmon forms. Sandiramon, one of Devas. Ashoramon, Impulse Memory. You may play 1 Pulsemon from your hand without paying its cost. Then place this card in the battle area. So it Pulsemon support card. Gain 2 memory as its delay. Oh, and option, place this card into the battle area. It's not bad for a memory boost. Memory boost. Kokuamon with the inherited. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon battle, gain 1 memory. Mad Leomon. Oh, you know, I really enjoyed watching Xros Wars back in the day. Mad Leomon was one of like the first antagonists of that show, so it just brings me right back to that episode 1 when Shoutmon was introduced. Opponent's turn, once per turn, when an effect adds cards to your opponent's hand by trashing one of this Digimon Digivolution cards, your opponent trashes cards in the hand equal to the number of cards added to their hand by the effect. That's interesting and kind of a hate card on some purple decks. It has on deletion save, and it has Digicross -2. 1 card with Bakra Army in this trait. When you would play this card, you may play a specific card from your hand battle area under it. Each place card reduces its play cost. So this thing is considered 1 Digimon card with Bakra Army in its traits. When you play this card, you may play specific. So you can play this card cheaper. This confuses me. Not because the mechanic is confusing, because I had to take a double take. Because Mad Leomon, last time I checked, wasn't a Digicross. I don't think he is. But I guess you can Digicross him. He has inherited opponent's turn. When an effect trashes this Digivolution card, gain 1 memory. Cool. Gokmamon. Choo-Choo-mon. Oh, it's Choo-Choo-mon. I honestly was a big fan of Amano U and his arc and stuff like that. It feels like Ken 2.0. And I really loved Ken's arc, but I think Yu Amano was done better. Yeah, I know the DO2 fan base will kill me for this. It's one of those things where it's like, it feels like they took, it felt like with Yu Amano that they wanted to recapture what Ken was. But then they wrote it in a way where they learned from the mistakes of the original Ken. There were some issues, for instance, how the black spores ended up nullifying his character development, stuff like that. There are also other things that are a little bit all over the place. O2 is like one of the strongest seasons of Digimon in terms of like good highs, but it also has some really messy lows and some confusing things like the Dark Ocean that never got followed up on. I know they never meant to follow up on it, but it's kind of weird they didn't. There's also like the whole end game where they had like both the Jesmon plot and the demon, creepymon, whatever you want to call him, thing going on, where it's like a lot of things all at once. And then they also had like the world tour arc. Not to say a lot of things at once is always bad, but it's like it lacked focus, if that makes sense. So whenever I look at Yu Amano, I think like this is what Ken could have been. And it's also, so it fills me with nostalgia for O2, but also being like a stronger take on that concept, if that makes sense. I know some people might disagree with me, but ultimately that's what I get from Amano Yu. People can say that that's like a bad thing because that means that Amano Yu doesn't stand on his own, and he doesn't. Not in the Xros Wars part of it. When it comes to hunters, he becomes a little bit more like TK or Takeru, and that combination of him to like growing up from a Ken-like figure into a Takeru-like figure makes him more of a unique character than he would have been without hunters, which is like the saving grace in terms of making him like his own thing. Because otherwise I would probably agree that he would just be like, he would lack his own identity and basically just be Ken 2.0, but he isn't, and it works pretty well. Anyways, this is an entire tangent. Shoutmon was one of the Digimon that was very, intertwined with Yu Amano, mostly because it was like a spy thing that worked together with his partner Damemon. I need to rewatch that show. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Bagra Army in its trait and 1 Yu Amano from among them. Ooh, it actually works with Yu Amano. And place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. On deletion, save. When an effect trashes this Digivolution card, gain 1 memory. I like this card. I would love to make an Amano Yu deck at some point. This isn't common. Canondramon, blue, black. It has blocker. When Digivolve unsuspend this Digimon, opponent's turn once per turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, you can unsuspend this Digimon. Cool. Pikmons. If this Digimon has cross-heart in its trait, draw 1 card. That's pretty decent. And Shoutmon, cross 4. Material save. When this Digimon is deleted, you may place 2 cards in this Digimon cross conditions from this Digimon's distribution cards under one of your team. That's interesting. So there's both save and material save. I like that. On play, draw 2 cards. End of attack. By placing all the distribution cards from under this Digimon under one of your teams, unsuspend one of your teams and delete this Digimon. Oh, so you can like attack with it, and then that's kind of like Defusion from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's interesting. Defusion was never that good in Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was like a really cool concept that you could like attack with a fusion monster and then attack directly with all of his materials. And it was really cool in the anime. I like to see this executed. This seems very interesting. And of course, there's DG Cross Minds too. So if you use Shoutmon, Blistermon, Dorurulamon, and Starmons, you end up only having to pay 1 for its play cost. So this thing is very interesting. Gulas Gamamon, I have not seen you in the anime yet. I guess this is spoilers. You look like a Dark Digivolution, so that's interesting from Gamamon. All turns while this card with Gamamon in its name is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains Retaliation. It also has on deletion, you may play 1 Gamamon from your trash suspended without paying its play cost. Okay, neat. That was the first booster. The first booster is always like the longest boosters in terms of like video time. Because we get to a point where I'll just be like, we already seen this, but Dagmon, one of your inherited. When attacking, once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security -1. Nice. Brachion, blue and black. Healing therapy, main until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gets security -1. If you have a Venosmon in play. Venosmon is in this booster? That's interesting. I like Venosmon. If you have a Venosmon in play, 3 of your opponent's Digimon gains it instead. Okay, so you can give security -1 to up to 3 Digimon for only cost 2. That seems powerful, potentially. When attacking, by placing 1 purple Digimon card from your hand under one of your tamers, draw 1 card. So this Soundbirdmon would work with the Shoutmon and Armono thing. On deletion, it has save. Opponent's turn. When it's trashed, from the evolution card, gain 1 memory. Dorulumon! I can't wait to see if we get all of the members. Do you know what I want? I want King Shoutmon. I know it's a secret rare. I want King Shoutmon. On play, if you have another Digimon or tamer with crossheart in its trait in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. On deletion, save. While this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, all your opponent's security Digimon gets -2000. Ballmon! Oh, Ballmon is awesome in this anime. Spoilers ahead, I guess, for those of you who don't know. Ballmon is actually the ultimate form of Bielsamon and was invented for Xros Wars. Since Impmon skips directly to Bielsamon, there are people who theorize that like in retrospect, that the tamers of Impmon would probably go through Ballmon to Bielsamon. Not sure what his champion would be. Most people would probably guess like Wizardmon. But yeah, so Ballmon is like the ultimate form of Bielsamon, and because it was invented for Xros Wars, that also means that you couldn't see it coming, per se, that he would evolve into Bielsamon. He's very similar to Impmon in the sense that he's like a redemption style character, and that his entire arc goes about how he's out for revenge and stuff like that. Like the original Impmon wasn't out for revenge, but he was out for power. But he's out for revenge at first, and then the kindness of protagonist slowly wins him over, which is also like similar to Impmon. And then he ends up becoming Bielsamon when he joins Team Crossheart. So that's kind of cool. It's also interesting. He starts up the Bakra army, which is like Team Bad Guy. So that's very interesting. When attacking, you may trash up to 3 cards from the top of the deck. On deletion, if you have 10 or more cards you trash, you may play 1 Bielsamon from the trash without paying its play cost. This is also interesting because he in the show he actually kind of dies before he becomes Bielsamon. Not sure how that works, but yeah, on deletion you can make a Bielsamon. So if you have a good Bielsamon deck, this is support, I guess. Plasma Degadra Launcher. When you would use this card, if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, reduce the memory cost by 2. Return one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon to their hand. Return one of your opponent's Digimon to its owner's hand as security. Tokomon. This is a common right now. When an effect trashes this evolution card, draw 1 card. Not bad. Justice Kick. So more support to Justimon. When you would use this card, reduce the cost for 1 for each tamer you have in play. You may play 1 Digimon card with Justimon in its name from your hand without paying its play cost. Oh, that's like a mega. If you name, if you do, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost less than or equal to the Digimon you play. Nice, security. You may play 1 black tamer from your hand without paying its cost. That's pretty neat. Grandel Sol. I can't pronounce that correctly, probably. When you use this card, if you have 2 or more suspended green Digimon, play reduce the cost by 2. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. That's pretty nice too. Hero of the Skies. Rare. Activate one of the effects below if you have Digimon with Shoutmon Cross 5 in its name and play. Activate all of the effects instead. One of your Digimon with Crossheart in its trait gains security +1 for turn and then draw 2 cards. And we got our first super rare. It is Omnimon X Antibody. Digivolve free from Omnimon. When a Digimon with X Antibody in its trait would Digivolve into this card, reduce the evolution cost by 2. When Digivolve, return all your opponent's Digimon with the highest level to the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. When Digivolving, when Digivolving. Um, when attacking once per turn by placing one X antibody or level 6 card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards at the bottom of its owner's deck. Reveal all your opponent's security cards and trash one of them. Place the rest in your opponent's security stack face within your opponent. Well, what? I feel like my brain was on autopilot while I read that. Give me a moment. By placing one X antibody or level 6 card from this Digimon Evolution cards to the bottom of its owner's deck, reveal all your opponent's security cards and trash one of them. Place the rest in your opponent's security stack face down. Okay, that's pretty strong. Let's move through it further. It's pretty strong. No wonder I had to read that twice. That was wild. I was worried for a second because it was an Omnimon. I was like, oh no, is this the secret where I'm not getting King Shoutmon? Anyways, Weasel Gamamon. It has piercing. And that's about it. Troopmon. Bagrami. Opponent's turn. Once per turn, when an opponent plays a Digimon or Tamer. By trashing one of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. Unleashing it as save. And then it has the gain 1 memory as it's inherited. We've seen a lot of that. Ragnaloardmon. When Digimon trash 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom one of your opponent's Digimon, when attacking, if your opponent has Digimon with no Digivolution cards in play, you may play 1 level 3 card and 1 level 4 card from this Digimon Digivolution card without paying its cost. Well, that's pretty neat. Red Vegemon, Assaultmon, Quadsmall, it has armor purge, of course it's an armor Digimon. Weddingmon, I really like the design of Weddingmon. This one is actually a little bit of trivia. It is fitting to have it in the Xros Wars booster because it's from the Xros Wars manga. But it never did appear in the anime. This is the first time we actually seen it in color. So that's interesting. Breeclaw, one of your opponent's Digimon gets plus 2000 DB for the turn. Then by placing one Digimon card with Gamamon in its name from your hand under one of the Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card, draw a card. Security, you may play one Gamamon from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. It's an uncommon. It's pretty neat. It looks like art from the anime actually. Saiken Meppa. While a Digimon has Royal Knight in its trait in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main, unspend one of your Digimon, then if that Digimon is Jesmon GX, activate one of its when Digivolving effects. Okay, that's interesting. So there's more Jesmon support. And new Renamon. On play, reveal top 4 cards with deck. Add 1 option card with plug-in in its name and 1 yellow tamer card from among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Mass Renee, I know you kinda want this card. When you use an option card with a cost 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000. That's not bad as an inherited. And Critical Arm Justimon. Digivolve one of the name contains Justimon. It's supposed to be an upgrade for the regular Justimon. When Digivolving, by returning 1 card with Justimon in its name other than Justimon Critical Arm from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to its owner's hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost 9 or less. Oof. When attacking, if you have a Tamer in play, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Justimon in its name other than Jesmon Critical Arm for a cost of 2, ignoring its devolution requirements. So that's interesting. It seems like if other Justimons can do that too, that sounds like it can create like a loop. That sounds interesting. Like switching modes and then activating the devolution effects. That's interesting. And another super rare, Shoutmon Cross 5. It's Cross 5 that is on the cover. Apparently. I don't remember which is which. They all kind of look the same. I know that they're different. Like Cross 5 has Sparrowmon. I didn't notice that on the booster here. That's what makes it Cross 5 because Sparrowmon is like the 5th one. But it's like they all look so similar because you kind of just add something on top of it. I think Cross 2 and Cross 3 are like the ones that look the most different from each other. Anyways, it has security, attack plus 1 blocker, and material save 3 and Digicross 2. It's simple, but it's strong. Simbarangoramon. I haven't seen you either in the anime. I'm behind. Your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, gain 1 memory. Cyberdramon, one of the blue flare cards from the blue army. If you have a Digimon with blue flare in its trait, by paying 3 memory, place this card under one of your Digimon as a bottom Digivolution card. Then unspend that Digimon. As inherited, while your opponent has 2 or more Digimon play, this Digimon gets plus 1000. Tinkermon, on play. One of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon gains security -1. Okay. A Vanilla Golemon, as Sunflowermon, when Digimon by suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with Vegetation Plant or Fairy in one of its traits and 3000 DP or less from your hand without paying its play cost. That seems way too oddly specific. Your turn, once per turn, inherited. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, draw 1 card. One of your Digimon, draw a card. A new Pulsemon. I was looking at it for a second. I was like, why does it have cost 0 from BBmon if it's just cost 0? That's because if you have a BBmon that's like green or something, you can still evolve it into this. Interesting. Opponent's turn, while you have 3 or fewer security cards, this Digimon gets blocked. That's what Boltzmann likes, having 3 or fewer security. High Vision Monotamon. It's a vanilla with Digicross. Ajatamon. Once per turn, by suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with Vegetation Plant or Fairy in one of its traits with 3000 DP. Here it is again. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a deck and there's like support for it. That would make it less oddly specific. It's still not what I was expecting. Your turn, once per turn. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, gain 1 memory. Moneymon. The thing evolves into Monotamon. While the Digimon has Twilight in its trait, it gets plus 1000 DP. Twilight, Team Twilight is like the black army. Not to be confused with the Bakra army, which is like the purple army. Oh, well, I guess they're both the black army in the anime, but in terms of the card game, Bakra army is relegated to purple and Team Twilight is relegated to black. Bielsamon, on play. When Digivolving, you may trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then for every 10 cards in your trash, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. You can Digivolve it from level... Digivolve 3 from level 5 with Crossflow in its traits. So you can evolve from any level 5 that has Xros Wars. That's interesting. Bielsamon. End of attack. Once per turn, for every 10 cards you trash, gain 1 memory. As inherited. It's because you're supposed to make it into blast mode. Fetusmon. Okay, I don't like that name. Tetismon. When Digivolving, if you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. When attacking once per turn, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, by trashing 2 cards in your hand, unspend this Digimon. Not bad, not bad. Shoutmon Cross 5B. Blocker. Oh, it's because you kind of want to evolve them. No, it's a level 6 too. Blocker, and it's an armor purge. Interesting, since it's not an armor Digimon. On play, when Digimon, you may place one Digimon card with Cross Heart in its trait from your hand or from under one of your tamers under this Digimon is the bottom Digivolution card. Then if Bielsmon is in this card's Digivolution card, you may play one level 4 lower Digimon card with Cross Heart in its trait from your trash without paying its cost. That's because Bielsmon, I think that's because Bielsmon saved someone at this junction. At the point where Crossfight B happened. I'm so vague on it. It is Digicross -2 for Shoutmon Cross 5 and Bielsmon. That's kind of frustrating. Because Shoutmon Cross 5 is super rare and this one is rare. I mean, I guess that makes it easier to get all of get a playset of it, but it's one of those things like, if you get a playset of this and you want to play that and it's like, and then you didn't drew a Cross 5, that can be annoying. Okay. Cubimon. When Digimon, you may activate one of the effects below. Return an object card with plugin in its name from your trash to your hand. By trashing one object card with plugin in its name in your hand, you can draw 2 cards. So if you evolve 2 Cubimons, you can kind of like just dump it and put it back into your hand. That's kind of cool. Skullknightmon from Team Twilight. Mighty Axe Mode. The name of this card, Digimon is also treated as Skullknightmon and Deadly Axemon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Knightmon in its name, 1 Deadly Axemon, or 1 Nene Amano among them to your hand, trash the rest. Then, if Digicrossing with 2 cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. Digicross -1, Skullknightmon, and Deadly Axemon. Tactimon, one of the big generals from the early part of the anime, where he, Lilithmon, and what's his name? I don't remember the name of the last one. It's like the evolution of Gogmamon, I think. They were like a trio of like imposing antagonists alongside Ballmon, and then they got power crept out of relevancy. On play, you may play 2 level 4 lower Digimon cards with background army in their traits from your trash without paying their play cost. The Digimon played by this effect gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. Opponent's turn, when an effect would trash one of your other Digimon Digivolution cards, you may trash this Digimon's Digivolution cards instead. Pure Dump. One of your Digimon gets piercing for the turn. Then, if you have a Digimon card in play with Angoramon in its name, or with Angoramon in its Digivolution cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Security. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then add this card to its owner's hand. Garcimon. This is a really well-drawn Garcimon. I was not expecting that. While there are 10 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gains Retaliation that's inherited. Burning Star Crusher. Choose one of your level 4 or higher Digimon with Shoutmon in its name to leave one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to the chosen Digimon. Security. Reveal the top 3 cards of deck, add 1 card with Crossheart in its trait from among your hand. Then you may play 1 Tagikudo from among them without paying its mirror cost. Place the rest bottom deck. This is a really good search if you get it in Security. Defense plugin C. If you have a team in play, blah blah blah, play it without color requirements. Main until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your Digimon gets blocker and reboot. That's neat. Security. Reveal the top 3 cards deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with play cost 4 or less from among them without paying its cost. Place the rest bottom deck in any order, then add this card to its owner's hand. Loenge Adisdacto. Yeah, I can't pronounce that either. While you have a Pulsemon or a Digimon with Pulsemon in its Digivolution card in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. If you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 12,000 DP for the turn. That would kill most things. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down on top of the security stack. So that's pretty strong. Just an uncommon. Demi-Miramon. While a non-red card is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Spartamon! It's a Legend Arms. Interesting. By placing this Digimon under one of your Digimon with Legend Arms or Crossheart in its traits as its bottom Digivolution cards, default one of your opponent's Digimon. Inherited when attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Legend Arms or Crossheart in its traits among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. This would be interesting, Legend Arms. Not gonna lie. Another Jesmon. And Shoutmon King version! Ah! We got Shoutmon King mode. Oh, I am so happy. Is this the alternative art? Let me double check if this is the alternative art. Yeah, it looks like this is the normal version, not the alternate art. I can't find the alternate art on TCG Player at all. So that's interesting. And the card is worth what at the moment? It's $30. So that's not exactly as special as one would hope for a secret rare. But I got my Shoutmon King mode, or King version, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, the name of this card is also treated as Shoutmon. On play, you may return 1 card with Digicross. This turn, 1 card with Digicross requirement from your trash to your hand. When you would Digicross this turn, this Digimon may replace one of the Digicross requirements. Material save 1. And Digicross 2. 1 card with Crossheart in its trait. Interesting that you can Digicross this from again, this is not a Digicross, so that's interesting. Inherited, while this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, gets plus 2000 DP. This is actually Shoutmon's El Natural champion form, so I am so happy. Oh, I really wanted that. Oh, when you just get a nice pull. Shoutmon, another manga exclusive Digimon we've now seen for the first time in color. Monodemon, on play, reveal 4 cards from the deck. Add 2 cards that are either black with Nightmon or Deadly Axemon in their names, or with Twilight in their traits among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Dondokumon can digivolve from 0 from a level 2 with a crossheart in its trait. Is vanilla. Starmon's Unleash and Save. Inherited when attacking if this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, draw 1 card. Bulukumon, Buzzing Fist. This is the signature attack of Damemon, the partner of Amano U. Real top 3 cards deck, add 1 card with Bagra Army in its trait from among them to your hand. Trash the rest, then you may place 1 Digimon with Bagra Army in its trait from trash under one of your tamers. Security, you may play 1 black tamer from your hand without paying its cost. Then add this card. That has to be like a what do you call it? That has to be a printing error, right? Like the black tamer is Nene Amano, and that's what it's called. Place 1 Digimon with background in straight trash under one of your yeah, it is a misprint. Because the black one is Nene, his sister, and the purple one is Yu, and Yu is like the his partner. The translated version I found here says you may play 1 Amano Yu from your hand or trash without paying its play cost. Then add this card to its owner's hand. So this has to be a misprint. This is the first time I noticed a misprint in one of the Digimon card games. This is very interesting. I wonder if this one's gonna be like worth something down the line. Like it probably won't be worth much, but it's just a common. But it's one of those things where it's like misprints happens. They do. So that's very interesting. Amano U. It's also interesting because I thought it would have said like purple tamer because the purple tamer is Amano U, but it also makes it generic enough that it could work with other purple tamers. But no, it looks like the original one says Amano U. This is a translated version. It's probably a fan translated picture I'm looking at. Let me look at Japanese name. I know I can't. I can probably edit it in up here. Find a Japanese version of the card. Could, but it's very blurry. Let's see here. It says, I'm gonna have my face over here so that I can read it. It's on my screen up here. Security. 自分のデフタカと I'm not that great with katakana. Torashu kara. So when this thing is trashed from security, Ama no Yu Ichimae. 1 Ama no Yu. Yeah, it is. It is definitely a misprint. The original says, as I said, 自分のデフタカトラッシュからAma no Yu 1枚をコストを支払わずに投資できる。Which means you may play 1 Amano U from among them. So, for anyone who wants to make an Amano U deck, it's a good thing. This is a misprint and not the actual effect. Mushroom-mon, vanilla. We got Damemon in the same booster. And here you can see actually Shoutmon up here in the corner. Up here on top of Damemon. On play when Digivolve or when Digivolving, if you don't have Yu Amano in play, you may play Yu Amano from your hand without paying its cost. On deletion save, opponent's turn when an effect trashes this dilution card, gain 1 memory. I kind of want to do a Damemon deck. Powerball, come on! It has splits and it gets plus 2000 during your turn. Melbedramon. On play, if you are Kiriha Aonuma in play, you may return 1 Metal Greymon from your trash to your hand. If you don't have Kiriha Aonuma in play, you may play 1 Kiriha Aonuma from your hand without paying its cost. On deletion, save. Inherited, when attacking was returned, if a Digimon has Blue Flare in its trait and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, One of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. And Sparrowmon! Sparrowmon is awesome. That's Nene's partner. Can evolve 0 from a level 2 with a crosshearts in its trait. It's both considered a Twilight and a crossheart member. That makes sense. Nene and her black Digimon joins crossheart somewhere down the line. So yeah, while you have another Digimon or Tamer with crossheart or Twilight in its trait and play, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. It has undecent save, and opponent's turn, while this Digimon has Shoutmon or Mervamon in its name, it gains reboot. And Blazing Memory Boost. Reveal top 6 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards with blue flare in the traits from among them to hand. You may play one. I swear. Okay. So the misprints keep happening. I thought they were just using the Japanese names because Damamon down here just refers to Amano U. Amano U has a different name in the localized version. I don't remember what it was, but I can clearly see that after referring to like going back here to this one, Melbertomon, it refers to Kiriha Aonuma, which is his Japanese name, and here you see it saying Christopher Aonuma, which is his localized name. Without paying its memory cost, place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order, then place this card in the battle area. It has delay against your memory. I just went to finish the effect, but yeah, it says Christopher. Now I wonder if any time one of these refers to a Japanese name, it might be a misprint, or if this one is the misprint. I'm gonna look forward to see what the cards' names are once we get the tamers. Kudo Taiki, I'm pretty sure is named the same in both versions, so this alternate art is not helping us on that front. This is was this set rushed through production or something? Cause wow. That also means that any effect I read up might be misprinted. This is kind of chaotic, and all of these we've seen before, and this here is a vanilla. Shoutmon Cross 4B, which is Cross 4 with Bielsamon. It has Armor Purge. I guess all the Bielsamon Shoutmons have Armor Purge because they sometimes eject Bielsamon. On play, when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon card with Crossheart in the trait from your hand or from under one of your tamers under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Then, if Bielsamon is in this Digimon Digivolution card, return 2 cards with Crossheart in the traits from your trash to your hand. It has Digicross 2 from Shoutmon Cross 4 and Bielsamon. Blastmon, that was the third of the gentleman. Lilithmon, Blastmon, Tactimon. It has Rush, and it's on play if the Digimon has 3 Digivolution cards with cards Blitz. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attack by trashing one of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. Senjiru Suruki, I don't remember his dub name, but I believe this is his Japanese name. On play, you may play Ballistamon from your hand or from under one of your tamers without paying its memory cost. When you play a Digimon with Crossheart in its trait, by suspending this tamer, gain more memory. It's interesting that the card game associates Senjiro with Ballistamon. He does use Ballistamon at some point in the show, late in the show, very late. But for the most part, Senjiro and a different character, I don't remember her name right now, the two of them don't have partner Digimon. And I think that's because Xros Wars was about like an actual war where each of the human characters that became so-called generals had their own army. So all of the Crossheart Digimon members are actually partnered with Taiki, while all of the Blue Flag Digimon are partnered with Kiriha. All of the Bakra Army Digimon was paired with Amano Yu, and all of the Tri Digimon was paired with Nene. So Senjiro and the female lead did not get partner Digimon because that would probably have cluttered the amount of main characters they were going for, since there was like 5 main partner Digimons for protagonist, aside from the rest of his freaking army. But he did use Ballistamon sometime late in the show. Venosmon, super rare, we got it! When Digimon, all your opponent's Digimon gain security -1. Opponents turn all of your opponent's Digimon with security attack can attack this Digimon and can activate when attacking and when Digivolving effects. Nice. She's one of the Olympus 12, and I like the Olympus 12, so I like to see them in the card game. Maybe someday we can make an actual Olympus 12 themed deck. That would be cool. Defense plugin C, Ragnaloardmon, Pulsemon, Jesmon, Tactimon, Def the Cannon. When this card is trashed from your deck, return it to your hand. Delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. If there are 10 or more cards in your trash, add one of the maximum level of the Digimon you can delete with this effect. Oof. So that's like, so you could potentially delete a level 7 Digimon. Reinforcement plugin 0. If you, while you have a team in play, blah blah blah, color requirements, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Security game memory, add this card to your hand. Bosamon, the DD variant of Angoramon. When an effect suspends a Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for the turn. Shoutmon Cross 5B, we already have one of those. And Gankumon X Antibody, it has blocker. When digivolving, you may play one Digimon with Systemon in its name from your hand or trash without paying its... Oh, I lost track of where I was reading. Without paying its play cost. Then, if Gankumon is in this Digimon Digivolution cards, or you have a Digimon with Systemon in its name in play, until the end of your opponent's turn, all your Digimon gets plus 2000 DP and your opponent's effect can't return them to your hand or decks, or reduce their DP. See, that's strong. There. I do enjoy how there are like support for the starter decks in the what is called boosters that come out alongside them, generally speaking. So that's always something. Cherrymon, the Desorption -2. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may switch the target of attack of one of your suspended Digimon. That's interesting. Weddingmon, Jesmon. We've seen these. Tamon, when Digimon, you may use one option card with plug in its name from your hand without meeting its color requirements and without paying its cost. Skullbalukimon. When one of your effects trashes this card from your hand, if it's your turn, one of your Digimon may digivolve into one purple Digimon with undead or dark animal straight from your trash without its for its devolution cost, not without. 4. When Digimon, if Digimon from trash, this Digimon gains unleash and delete one of your opponent's Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. Isn't that just... No, that's not retaliation. It's actually more flexible than retaliation. That's interesting. Baby Domon. Once per turn, if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon, play one Digimon in play, draw 1 card. Kano Weissmon, rare. This is a Gamamon evolution. Man, I'm getting spoiled left and right today. Once per turn, when one of your tamers becomes suspended, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. Then if this Digimon has 12,000 DP or more, it gains security plus 1 for the turn. Also, this Digimon gains all effects of cards with Gamamon in their name in this card's Digivolution cards. Okay. All turns, this Digimon gains all effects of cards with Gamamon in the... Okay, interesting. And a second Senjiro. It seems like we've gotten through most of the comments by now. So we are moving into just looking at uncommons and beyond. Reveal the top 4 cards of the deck. Add 1 card with Vegetational Plant in the traits to your hand. Add 1 card with Vegetational Plant in one of the traits and 1 card with Fairy in its traits from among to your hand. Place the rest of the deck in any order. Shoutmon. About time we got Shoutmon. I can't believe we drew King mode before the original Shoutmon. Oh. Is it possible it's called King version? Because of a print error? Because I remember as King mode. Or it might be a localization thing. It would just be weird because a lot of form changes is referred to as mode in this game. Or not in this game, in Digimon in general. I don't know. It's... Anyways, reveal the top 3 cards of the deck. Add 1 Digimon card and 1 Tamer card. Is that a triple space? Not even a double space. Is that a triple space? Oh gosh, this booster was rushed, wasn't it? Both with cross heart in the trait, so twice, guys. Twice on the same gosh darn card, guys. You can't be serious. You're joking, right? You're joking. Oh man. From onto your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. It has Unleashed Save. While this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, it gains Rush. As inherited. That's decent inherited. Okay, Decadramon from Blue Flare. On play, draw one card. Then for each Digimon your opponent hasn't played, draw one card. It has Save on Deletion, and it has it's inherited. While your opponent has 2 more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Then we're moving into a Jesmon, which is rare. When Digimon, if you have 2 or fewer security cards, recovery +1. When attacking, once per turn, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5000 DP for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 2 memory. Also, I'm sorry if you guys could hear the door behind me. My boyfriend was asleep before. I guess he got up and he was unaware that I was recording. Sorry. Ragnaloardmon. On play, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if Digicrossing with 2 cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. All turns where this Digimon would be deleted by returning 1 level 4 lower black Digimon card from this Digimon's distribution cards to its owner's hand. You may play 1 Skullknightmon or Deadly Axemon from this Digimon's distribution cards without paying its play cost. And it has Digicross 2 Skullknightmon, Deadly Axemon. And it's considered part of Team Twilight. So yeah, if Digicrossing with 2 cards. When this Digimon would be deleted by returning 1 level 4 lower black Digimon card from Digimon. Okay. So when it dies, you can essentially just play either Skullknightmon, Deadly Axemon. So it's like a Xros Wars version of our Purge. Sorry, I had to read that twice. Moving on. Darkmon, this one is new, I think. It has inherited one of your opponent's Digimon gains security -1 to the end of opponent's turn when attacking. I think. We might have seen it before. Let me see this before. Ah, Systemon Noir. Or is this Systemon Shell? This is Systemon Shell. I think. Or is it Systemon Noir? I know that there is a new Systemon Shell card that is actually Systemon Shell. I know I refer to the other one as Noir because I know that one was Noir. But I'm actually in doubt here. I think this one is actually Systemon Shell. On play, if it's your turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Royal Knight in straight from your hand for its Digivolution cast. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your Digimon Digivolves into Digimon with Hugmon in its name or Royal Knight in straight, gain 1 memory. And we have, I think this might be, oh, this is an alternate rare. It's Jesmon and it's alternate rare. Or not alternate rare, alternate art. So yeah, we already read that one for it. It's the level 5 Gamamon. If someone couldn't recognize, I didn't recognize it at first, but I haven't seen it before, so that might be why. It's like from a different angle. Jesmon, that one is new. On deletion, you may play 1 level 4 Digimon card with blue flare straight from your hand, suspended without paying its play cost. Simbara and Goramon, and Quatsumon, Starmons. This is all seen before. This is also all seen before. Ragnaloardmon. Oh, that looks wild. When Digivolve, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. 1% when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, unsuspend this Digimon. If you don't have a tamer in play, lose 2 memory when it's attacking. Oh, that's kind of aggressive. So that's why it has like lose 2 memories, because it can attack a lot of times, but in exchange you lose memory whenever you do that. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's good, but it's interesting. Greymon, not to be confused with Greymon. This is actually a different Digimon than the regular Greymon. I hate it when Digimon is like, we have 2 Digimons with the same name. Especially when something as iconic as Greymon! Unplay, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 2 cards with blue flare and the traits from among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you have Kirya Aonuma in play, you may return 1 Metal Greymon from your trash to your hand instead. Until these is saved. So because both of them is named Metal Greymon, this evolves into a Metal Greymon that is not the Metal Greymon you know, but it's a different Metal Greymon. But since the card game just refers to them as Metal Greymon, not any specified, I guess you can use that on either. Inherited, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has blue flare in its trait and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in place, unsuspend this Digimon. So the blue flare deck seems to like when the opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play. I wonder if that would result in people like playing around that by only having like 1 big Digimon in play at a time. Going through all of this. There's nothing new. Nothing new in the uncommon. Nene Amano, on play, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Nightmon or Deadly Axemon in its trait, or Twilight in its trait from among them to your hand, on name, not trait. Opponents turn all your Digimon with Dark Nightmon in their name or Twilight in the trait gains blocker. On deletion, gain 2 memory. I like Nene, actually. Like as a card. I also like her in the anime. I don't have much to say about her. She becomes a pop star by hunters, and that's kind of cute. I don't know, I always just kind of found her relatable. She's a very responsible sister, and she always looks out for Amano Yu. More cross B. We're gonna run fast through the last few boosters here, I would assume, because we have seen everything by now, right? Except the rares. This is our 2nd critical arm and our 3rd Senjiro. Does this booster want me to build a Ballistamon deck? Because that's kind of weird, considering the fact that Ballistamon isn't quite a deck option, since it's supposed to evolve into Shoutmons. Tinkermon. More uncommons. Kirya Aonuma. So I guess the Christopher part was the was the print error. It has standard memory control, and then when you would play 1 Digimon with Digicross requirements, by suspending this tamer, you may place cards from under your tamers as Digi cards for your Digicross. And another Cannon Weissman. See? They look so different from those 2 angles. Like, it's not just me, right? They look very different. Like, I can tell it's the same thing looking at it. But like, it might also help that it has like all that black thing oozing out of it. It doesn't have that here. But it's like, I can tell it's the same Digimon, but it looks so different just because of the angle and stuff. It's kind of, I'm sorry I'm not looking up into the camera, by the way. I'm looking down at the cards. I hope that's alright. Okay, moving through here. Moving through the uncommons. Another Kiriha and a Ragnaloardmon. When Digivolving, you may suspend 1 of your Digimon, then gain 1 memory for each suspended Digimon with Vegetation Plant or Fairy in one of their traits you may you have in play. If you gain 2 or more memory by this effect, unsuspend this Digimon, it gains Piercing. This is interesting. I play a lot of green, so I find this very interesting. Your turn, for every 2 spent Digimon you haven't played, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP and gains security attack plus 1. It seems strong. It seems like something interesting to build a deck around, if I ever so feel like it. All these commons we have seen before. We've seen this uncommon before. We've seen this rare before. Murdermon! Another super rare. How many super rares have we been through now? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of them is a secret rare, one of them is an alternate. So we have 2 super rares left after this one. Minervamon, Retaliation, and on opponent's turn, when your opponent plays a Digimon, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying its play cost. Any on-play effects on Digimon played by this effect don't activate. Okay. So you can like play more Digimon when the opponent plays Digimon. That sounds interesting. On deletion, if your opponent has 2 of your Digimon in play, you may play one purple level 5 or lower Digimon card, or one Mervamon from your trash without paying its mirror cost. So this is supposed to be support for Mervamon. Too bad it doesn't have Twilight and that it's purple. Kind of hoped it would have been black. It does make sense it doesn't have Twilight because Nene only got a Mervamon. She didn't have a Minervamon that evolved into Mervamon, so that makes sense. But it could have at least been black so that it had more synergy with the other Nene stuff. Okay, I thought it was another misprint. I just stared and was like, Deca Greymon, isn't this Metal Grey? No, it's the Degadramon Greymon cross. Got it, my bad. It has Armor Purge. On play when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon card with blue flare in its trade from your hand or from under one of your tamers under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Then if Degadramon is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. There's Digicross -2. And we got another Gullis Gamamon. There's 6 boosters left and 2 super rares. So that's gonna be interesting. Moving through this real quick. Justice Kick, we already seen that. Shoutmon, Griffomon. It's interesting that they have made a uncommon vanilla card at this junction. Like I seen vanilla uncommons before. It's just that we're 10 boosters into the game. It's interesting that they still make them. Go for these real quick. These here and Akari. That's her name. Akari Hinomoto. The female lead to Senjudo's comic relief sidekick. On play, you may play one Durulamon from your hand. Again, interesting that they pair her with Durulamon. For the same reason as Senjudo. She does end up using Durulamon down the line. But it's originally Taiki's partner. Same with Ballistamon because they're all like cross-hard. You may play Durulamon from your hand or from under one of your teams without paying its mirror cost. Your turn, when you play a Digimon with cross-hard in its trait, by suspending this tamer, draw 1 card. And another System on CL. Okay. That's uncommon and uncommon. Immortal Ruler. While you have Nene Amano in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. That's weird. This thing is purple and black, which means Nene meets the color requirements. Is this another misprint? I'm looking at like this makes no sense. Let me look that up. Immortal Ruler. Oh, come on. Immortal Ruler. Thank you. My keyboard didn't want to work for a second there. No, I'm not looking for the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh my god. Okay, here we are. Immortal Ruler. Here's a translation. The translation says the same thing. Here's a Japanese one. Jibun ama no nene ga iru aite kono kaardo wa iro johon o jishishite shouteki. I guess this is not a misprint. This is just weird. I guess it's future-proofing in case there's gonna be a future Amano Nene that isn't black. That's odd. That threw me for a loop. Trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then you may play one Dark Knightmon from your trash for its play cost. If you play a Digimon card with Digicross requirements by this effect, you may also place cards from your trash in Digivolution cards for a Digicross. Interesting, and it costs 0. Dark Knightmon X Antibody, super rare. When Digimon, return one black or purple Digimon card other than Dark Knightmon X Antibody from your trash to your hand. Then if Dark Knightmon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one tamer and unsuspend this Digimon. Oof. Kill something and attack again. Ooh. On deletion, you may play one Ragnaloardmon from your trash without paying its play cost. Okay. We are getting close to the finish line now. Last 3 boosters. Jesmon. When Digimon suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, it doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Opponents turn all your other Digimon with Vegetation Plant or Fairy in one of their traits, gain undeletion, gain 2 memory, and return 1 Digimon card with 3000 DP or less from your trash to your hand. So this is supposed to be played with Ragnaloardmon, I guess. And Akudo Taki finally drew one. We had the alternate, but it's nice actually getting one in the booster, you know. Okay. Okay, moving through these comments real quick. Moving through the uncommons real quick. Angoramon. When you play a green tamer, draw 1 card. And inherited once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, draw 1 card. And another Greymon. We haven't gotten a metal Greymon yet. Not to be confused with the old metal Greymon, because it's the Xros Wars metal Greymon. So wonder if we're gonna get it here. We're getting another Sparrowmon. I'm not complaining. And we got Amano U. Oh, that makes me so happy. I would have been sad if I'd missed out on him. Wait, I thought I had one more super rare. Oh, here. When a purple card is placed under this tamer, draw 1 card and gain 1 memory. Once per turn, when you would play a level 4 or higher Digimon card with Bagra Army in its trait by placing up to 3 purple Digimon cards from under your tamers in the played Digimon cards distribution cards, reduce the play cost of that Digimon by 2 for each card placed. Okay, I need to read that again. When you would play a level 4 or higher Digimon card with Bagra Army in its traits, by placing up to 3 purple Digimon cards from under your tamers in the played Digimon cards distribution cards, reduce the play cost by that Digimon by 2 for each placed. Okay, so it can, like, on top of the Digicross thing, it can essentially reduce the cost further. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna go through here because apparently I missed a super rare somewhere. None of these are super rares. That's weird, isn't it? Like, aren't there supposed to be like 8 super rares? 1, 2, 3. This is an alternative art. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 7 super rares and secret rare. I feel that can't. Aren't there usually 8? I'm very confused. Is that because my alternate ate that slot? But that can't be right. That wasn't how it used to be. Have they changed it? Oh, that kind of sucks. Either that or the misprints just keeps. Either that I got fucked over by more misprints shenanigans. I'm gonna have to look into this after this stream. But anyways, let's look at the loot. Got one alternate Jesmon. We got a Dark Knight X Antibody, Minervamon, Ragnaloardmon, Gankumon X Antibody, Venusmon, Shoutmon Cross 5, Omnimon X Antibody, and a secret rare Shoutmon King version. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I guess other than that, I will be spawning out. Bye!